Today we're going to take this ugly old propane tank and turn it into something a lot more fun for our summer barbecues. Stay with us. Okay, so you can see the first thing I did was put some masking tape over one of those all-important stickers, those safety stickers there that if you have it covered up they may not fill your propane tank, and I put some masking tape around the valve there. So I guess by now you have figured out that I'm going to paint this thing. So now painting a propane tank is you got to be very careful because you don't want to paint it any dark colors. You want to paint it a light color. So keep that in mind before you get started. So okay, here we go. First thing I did is threw a coat of primer on it. And as you can see, gray primer turned out pretty good. Now, like I was saying earlier, you got to make sure that when you do actually paint your propane tank, whatever color you choose, you don't want it to be a dark color. You don't want it to be something that's going to be absorbing the heat or the light. You want to be choosing a color that's reflective. Okay, you don't want your propane tank to overheat or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. So mine's all primed up, and I'm going to move on to the next step. What color did I choose? Well, let's take a look. Okay, there's the color I chose, that very bright yellow. Now, I actually had this color laying around. Don't ask me why I had a bright yellow gloss spray paint laying around, but I did. And that's the color that I chose. So there you go. She's all painted up. Looking pretty good. Good reflective color. Looks a lot better than the ugly off-white of a typical propane tank, and will be just as reflective for all those out there who are concerned about my safety. I really appreciate you. But yeah, it'll be just as reflective, if not more reflective, than the original color of the propane tank. So let's get that masking tape off there and take a look. Well, my local propane place is very flexible. However, I want to stay in compliance. So as you can see, the valve has no paint on it whatsoever because I did a pretty good job masking it apparently. And let's take a look. The sticker is on there. No paint on that whatsoever. So I am completely in compliance with all laws and regulations in regards to not covering up those stickers or anything like that. So pretty simple. Again, if you can operate a spray paint can and you can successfully operate a roll of masking tape, so far you'll be able to complete this project yourself. So let's take one other look here. One other thing that's important is you want to make sure that you can still read all of your inspection dates that are stamped on the tank. And as you can see here, they're all clearly legible still. You can see a little bit down in there. No problems. There's not a lot of paint in there or anything like that. I didn't cover those up. Not trying to hide anything here. Just trying to make the next time that I do a barbecue, just trying to make it a little bit more festive and perhaps a little bit more fun. And maybe have a little bit of a conversation piece for those who figure out what this is going to be. So let's go ahead and move to the final step and do our big reveal. Well, as if you didn't know by now, I'm a big fan of Legos. If you've watched any of our other videos, you would know that as well too. So there you go, a giant Lego head. From a design standpoint, you couldn't possibly find a more simple design. And of course, that's the kind of guy I am. Nice and simple. Hey, thanks for joining me on this project today.